Good evening. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to talk about getting through hard times. First thing I want to say is everybody's going to go through hard times. You're going to go through hard times. Your friends are going to go through hard times. Your family members are going to go through hard times. Young, old, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. You're going to have a time in your life when you are so stressed by the events going on around you that you're going to be unable to tell if you can even get through what you're going through. And I just want to tell you, if you're in that place now, stay in the fight. Stick with it. Don't give up, because those times never last forever. You will have good times again. They may not come tomorrow, they may not come next week, but you will overcome the hard times and you will get back on your feet. And I can tell you this from personal experience. I have been through some extremely hard times in my life. And many times, many times, I believed that I was not going to make it. I thought it was over for me and that would be the end. And I was quite embarrassed for myself and worried that I wouldn't get the help that I needed from people, and worried that I would fail completely and, I don't know, wind up on the street or completely destroyed or maybe even dead. But somehow I always found a way through and have continued to grow. And that has made me more resilient, in fact. So, in fact, someone just recently said this to me, but it's not a bad idea to think of the very hard and stressful times in your life as opportunities for growth. They are the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, sort of challenging you and testing you to see what your true depth is, what your true character is, how resilient you really are. And many times, challenges in your life, if you can stand up to them and face them head on, you'll find that, and with perseverance, you will find that the challenges and the obstacles simply end up melting out of the way. And you'll be really surprised with yourself. In fact, you may even be proud of yourself for getting through it. And you will grow as a person. You will know that you are able to do more than you thought you could. And that will set you up to be stronger in future situations which are similar, future challenging situations. So, everybody will face challenges. Everyone. If you think you're alone in your stress, you are completely mistaken. Now, that doesn't take away from your stress and your challenges. You have a unique set of stresses and challenges in your life. But it does mean that you are not alone in facing challenges. Everybody has to face challenges. So stay in the fight and understand that challenges are an opportunity for growth. They are an opportunity to see what you are made of. They are an opportunity to build your community by reaching out to other people and getting the help you need from other people and asking for the help you need from other people. Now, you're not always going to get exactly what you're looking for. You can't go asking for help and looking for help and be frustrated when other people don't give you exactly the help that you're looking for and want. You have to be willing to take what other people are offering. And sometimes help and advice from people, while it is good, it may not be exactly what you wanted. But you should still give it space and thank them for the advice and the help. Be grateful that they were there for you, and consider the wisdom in what they're saying. Maybe their approach to your challenges will give you a new perspective or a new point of view to attack your challenges from. So it doesn't hurt to give other people the opportunity to try to help you and try to give you advice on the challenges that you're facing in your life. And another piece of advice that I will basically always, I find myself doing it a lot, and I will probably mention it a lot on this channel, where I am basically talking about strategies for life and philosophy for life, is to use incrementalism, use chunking. When you're in a difficult situation, when you're in a difficult time and set of challenge and surrounded by a set of challenges, start small. Get a little bit done today. Get a little bit done in the morning. Do a little more in the afternoon. Do a little more in the evening. And do it little by little. And kind of nip at it. Nip at the problem in different places. And that'll help you in a couple ways. First off, you'll start to get the shape of the actual problem. Because many times when we have big challenges, we don't actually see the full shape of them. And so we might assume they're bigger than they actually are. And like I said, when you start to confront them and get the shape of them, you might actually find out that they're smaller than you thought they were. And you can take it on in chunks. And it'll start to melt as a problem when you face it head on. So take nips out of the problem in different areas. Chunk it up into smaller tasks and try to attack it a little bit at a time. That way you don't overwhelm yourself, because when you get overwhelmed, what you'll do is you'll crawl back into bed and you'll cry, woe is me. I have the biggest problems on planet Earth. And you'll slow down on your progress. You'll wait for help from other people instead of taking it on yourself. You go into a state of learned helplessness, where you'll be waiting for other people to help you with your problem rather than helping yourself. And when you attack it in little chunks and chunk it up, that will help you see that it is possible for you to take it on. Now, you can't take it all. You might not be able to take it all on today. You might not get all of the answers and results you want today, but you will at least start to break the problem down a little bit into smaller and smaller chunks that you can handle. So when you have big challenges and big stresses in your life, break it down into small chunks and do a little bit at a time, and then take some rest, and then come back at it later and take another little chunk off. And you'll actually find out, it's kind of corny to say, but the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And that really is a beautiful and elegant, wise saying, because when you attack big challenges little by little, you end up finding out that, an ant moves a mountain by one little grain of sand at a time. And you'll be surprised that when you start moving little grains of sand, you start to move that entire mountain. And you'll actually be really impressed with yourself, the amount you can get done by just doing a little bit each day. You can really turn a lot of tough situations around by doing a little bit each day. So, big challenges. Remember that everybody has them. Everyone has big challenges and big stresses. You're not alone in that. Remember that it's okay to ask for help. Remember that challenges and stress are an opportunity for growth, to see what you're really made of. Don't let it get you down. Don't let yourself fall into that state of learned helplessness. Stay in the fight and stay strong. And remember that breaking down the problem, chunk it down and do a little bit at a time, and you'll get a lot further. All right. I hope this was helpful to somebody, and I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know your thoughts. God bless.